soDpop.
Hey everybody, I'm soDpop,
I am Hey 老师,
and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club.
freakiest freaky game of freaky.
Hi again, Joshua. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Yeah, you freaky. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Woo! That was fun. Thanks for keeping your promise, Joshua. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. You okay? Oh yeah, that's right. You haven't seen anything at this point, have you?
No, I've seen the first day,
Okay.
but I haven't seen like the rest of it.
Okay. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You know... Oh, the music got fucked up.
Someone who keeps Mon collection in the classroom.
Well, no, but it's like... It's hard to read this when you're in front of it, Monica.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know who's supposed to be
Oh,
saying
and she
this.
doesn't even look like she's even part of this freaking background at all either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the classroom's tilted. Like, just a little bit. Oh, that's dessert. That's...
Disconcerting?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
trying to say that and, like, unsettling at the same time. It didn't come out right. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Clubroom.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Oh, is it moving?
I don't think so.
Oh, but it's throwing me off.
It
I
is
don't
tilted.
like it.
It is tilted.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Joshua. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance.
Anyway. I keep, like, listening to the music. Now that you're in the club and all. Perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really read. I mean,
That's been apparent this entire playthrough.
I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it's like slowly moving. Like, just stare at Yuri and let your peripherals catch it. Ooh, I don't like it.
No, it is. Look at the corners.
Uh-huh.
That's where I see it, is when I'm looking at the corners.
See, I see it when I look at Yuri and my peripherals pick up on the movement. Oh, wait. Is this... Is it zooming in, too? Does she seem closer? Now I'm like...
She's a lot closer than
Paranoid.
she was, I feel like, last time, but...
I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
But no, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try and be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
Oh, I don't like that it's moving. It's really putting me off center. Which is the point.
I don't know that anyone's in the playthroughs we've seen. I don't know if anyone's noticed this. Or maybe it's just because we were like...
I'm currently watching The Grumps, but I haven't watched it for a few days now. But, oof. Dan is like super motion sick like I am, so I wouldn't be surprised if Dan picks up on it. I didn't want you to feel left out. Or rather, the vibe I've gotten off of Dan is that he gets motion sick. I don't think he's ever said he gets motion sick. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read.
And she plots this like 5-inch thick book in front of you.
Probably. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like.
Oh, dude, like the whole, like, that corner of the room is now... Is Yuri tilted too? Like, God.
No, that's what I thought
okay.
too. She's not.
She's just leaning.
She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this.
I don't like it.
I'm curious like how far it's gonna go.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, is it every time I click it moves a little bit, or is it just constantly moving a little bit? It's really hard to tell. Because it's so slow, but it's
I think
like...
it's constantly moving a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it kind of shifts back and forth too.
That's possible.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go too far.
Yeah. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, of course it just shifts back, like, immediately. That was not...
Whew. Now
I
that
didn't
everyone's
like that.
settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the crew. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in her book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her.
No, not at all. Girls don't, you know... Or humans in general don't get that creepy feeling up your back when they're being watched.
She sneaks around. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet.
Yuri Ninja
For
just pops up behind you.
For a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book that you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like... Oh, and you can see the outline of where it's supposed to be on her. Ew. Oh, that's both of them are off kilter. I didn't even notice this one, because that one was so... That's creepy. I wanted to reread some of it, now I can't stop, like, staring at her face. Oh,
I know,
and
I'm like
goes.
checking like everything else in the room, like, is it still the same? Is it in the movie?
Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a book on anti-gravity. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
Well,
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Count Olaf.
Something like that.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean! Not the thing about the limbs.
That's kind of...
She's over here like, oh no, he heard my cake! It's limbs! Severed limbs!
It's kind of...
Sorry, I was having fun with that.
dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be this nice story, so a dark turn came from nowhere really quick.
What?
So, if you guys remember from the last, round, I guess, I'm going to call them rounds,
Sure, why not?
when you had all 4 girls, what?
There's a fly in my soup! Quite literally. I mean, that's kind of gross, but thanks.
That is, like, it's the same title of the story,
Yeah.
but what she tells you about it is completely different.
Yeah, she gives you a much nicer overview of it.
Yeah. So anyway.
Ugh. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Joshua?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories. I mean, I watch anime, so don't worry.
I mean, you're not wrong. I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri was into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
I'll bet she's a real freak in the sheets. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Oh, that was you. Okay.
What?
I heard you, like, do your, like, kind of wheeze thing, because he's still not over his cold. And, it freaked me the hell out.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, oh my god, where's that coming from? And then I was like, wait, that's coming from my right. That's my husband. Okay, we're fine. Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... Whoa, hang on. Oh, it's not even in there! Motherfucker! I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. My whole body does what?
Well, that was the thing. The thing underneath it was, like, unintelligible.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I didn't even make it there. I was just trying to, like, read. Because I can read really fast if I'm just looking at it. But when I'm reading out loud, it takes me...
Yeah,
I'm not very practiced at it.
Anyway.
So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
That's... I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
That was some beautiful inflection. Oh my god!
Whoa! Maybe put your drink down.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. That really scared me.
Yeah, maybe put your drink down.
Because the thing is I said I've watched this all the way through, which is true, but I wasn't watching it. I've been like knitting or doing other stuff and have this going on in the background.
Trade spots and...
No, it's fine. Just let me like calm down for a second. Woo! That was like red.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all Yuri, but it was... Are you evil, Yuri? Holy shit. Ah! Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm really kind of like...
Do you want to switch places?
It's not gonna help! Just give me your hand.
Ah ha ha ha, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to you.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is like creepy instead of romantic now.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright. Or, warn us if you're about to suck our soul out. I almost want to, like, look up Yuri and see if, like, that's a Japanese word for, like, demon or something.
Huh?
I know, like, Oni is the demon, right? But...
You keep asking me for confirmation on Japanese translations.
I know!
I'm over here like, I know about as much Japanese as you know Spanish, so...
Okay, I know.
I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read.
I'm just gonna, really quick, I'm gonna take a small pause break so I can take a drink and not risk spilling it all over myself. Okay.
It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting.
Speak for yourself.
Yuri's in the corner of my eye.
Probably literally.
I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body. Right?
It's like it does that, but like the first line you can read, the rest of it's like always like unintelligible.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of boxes. Anyway, Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I love you to just bathe in the heat of my body, just like skin on skin.
Josh! Not in front of the children! I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Oh, and what is it that you say every time I get flirtatious in a public type setting? You're gonna scare the neighbors. I mean...
Here, this should work right. I slide my desk until it's against Yuri's, and then hold my book more between the two of them. What?
Between the two desks? Or is that some fourth wall horse shit going on? Between the two of them being like the character Joshua and Yuri.
Ooh.
I don't know. Right, I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I feel like you're gonna elbow me in the face.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just...
Do you want to switch?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess this makes... Wait. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here. Please don't jump scare shit.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book.
She's kind of got a monopoly on that book, though.
That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To slam?
Huh?
To turn the page, I mean. That's what I mean when I say slam.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me, and my glitchy horribleness.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Meanwhile, she's over there like, you fucker, I haven't finished that yet.
We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh my god, look at her face.
Yeah, I know.
That's like anime evil, like, character. I'm sorry.
Not necessarily.
No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really?
That's definitely different.
Yeah, it is really different. I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
Oh my god, she's gonna like slit your throat. Look, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. I don't like this.
Something else?
Anime psychopath. That's what she looks like.
Not
Never
necessarily
mind.
either. That's just like someone trying to hide something and they think they've been caught. That's kind of that look.
I mean, I guess I haven't seen as much anime as you, and all the ones I have seen have been, like, weird.
Well, whose fault is that?
You.
Whose fault is that?
Yours. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright? You've been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Joshua, did something happen just now?
I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
A lot strange. So, you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
What?
I'm gonna take a nice sip of soup.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Should we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, just asking. Stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back in my bag.
I don't relate to this character at all! No, definitely not! You're really bad at this.
I guess,
That's the key when you get...
Natsuki?
Alright.
I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Joshua, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay.
Evils can fly. Okay.
That is the same
Exact
poem.
same poem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, that's it.
Right. I'm manning the mouse today. Haha! It's probably a poor life choice, but it's fine.
That's why I keep asking if she wants to switch spots.
Yeah, well, I don't have to switch spots. All I have to do is scooch over a little bit so that you can take the mouse, but... Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
Oh, go away. What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Oof.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves?
You were just completely like, no.
I was like waiting for. I don't know.
You're cute.
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Hang on. Ha! But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something, motherfucker.
That's not what she said.
Sure it is. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Okay.
I guess Monica.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, like, I think no glitches from Natsuki. Hi, Joshua. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in and you people are less freaky.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why not?
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
That's why I'm here. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Joshua. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Joshua. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Exactly. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
I go around telling everyone I have a micro penis.
That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. I didn't know you had a 30-inch schlong. I thought you had a micro penis. Well, I guess it worked anyway. I was certainly very surprised. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. That's new. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time, which is pretty normal introvert. I mean, outside of the horror glitchiness.
Suddenly, the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I'm fucking fantastic.
So I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
You're really good soup, hun.
Nope.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay.
Oh, this is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just glancing at a hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Oh, it's like a continuation of the last one. Of the last hole in the wall. This is like hole in the wall part 2.
Okay.
You don't remember, do you?
Nope.
Okay, so like in the first one, there was a hole in her wall, and she was like, what the heck? How did that get there? So she looks in, and she's like, oh my gosh! Infinity is looking back in. Like, I'm looking, see out into infinity, and then like, no. I'm not looking out. He's looking in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Fascinating. So, what do you think?
I think you're a freak. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it.
less so than the last one.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Sorry, just in position. 'Cause my leg was starting to go to sleep. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been, influencing my poems a bit.
And Epiphany, like Catholic holiday?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. Is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri time!
As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
I'm almost waiting for her eyes to blink with the light for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Huh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
That.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before, which he has, actually. And it's all about girls. It's very funny. It's all from his, high school, journal. Yeah, you. It's all from your high school journal.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about a character. I was over like, spoilers!
No, I'm talking about you. Because you had that one girl that you were pining after. So you wrote poems about her. And they're all, cringy. Mm-hmm. They're really cringy.
Yeah.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before, which I might have read, but I don't remember reading. Okay, we're fine.
Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh? But you're so experienced. Have you read about this?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger over the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. What did I say?
Over.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. Tell what? It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
A little bit biased, though.
Eh,
Biased? How?
same way here he is. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
This
Yeah.
is different.
Yep, it is.
Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last Yeah, okay, the poem's the same. It's just the music's weird. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Joshua.
Really? Must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course. Ooh.
Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Joshua.
Me too. You.
I mean, I certainly hope you keep doing the best for yourself. That's why Sayori's dead, is she didn't do the best for herself.
I guess that's everyone. Bye, guys.
Oh, I don't like it. And we didn't set a timer even. We're just gonna go to the poem, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing abilities.
Damn, this stupid song is so catchy. And ability to just go creepy and 2 seconds flat.
Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. A Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
You're just a shitty bitch. Fucking edgelord. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Joshua did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Not you. Which I haven't yet. And Joshua liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, the music stopped.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Joshua appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself, you bitch? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Joshua started growing up.
Showing up.
Showing up. I said growing up, didn't I? It's fine. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. Ooh, you really act as long as... Yeah, you gotta do it. For as young as you look now, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, burn! Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
That's new.
Yeah, this isn't new at all, is it, Josh? Yeah, go on. Let Joshua hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Joshua, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh, what the hell? I got, how'd I get dragged into this? Something. Okay, you choose one.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I've seen this in places. just Monica.
Can you click on anything?
I can click.
Again, she looks like she's the only thing that's actually there, and everything else is just a weird background.
Yeah.
Hey Joshua. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, and I'll move my text so you can actually see what I'm saying. Okay? Sorry about that. I'm gonna take a drink, so don't click.
Whew, that was...
I'm gonna need some, like, straight-up tea after this. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom.
I wonder what Yuri said to her.
She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki.
Does her eyes look different? Rather.
So, I'm noticing... in the previous round, her eyes were like almost... They were like the same color as her hair.
Well,
They were, like,
they were
purple,
a little lighter, yeah,
but they're like brown.
Are they? No, they're still purple.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're just like, I don't know, it's just something about the shape. And like, I don't know.
Or did.
Joshua, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something. But she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. Get out, you fucking bitch. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Joshua. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate you understand. No me gusta.
Okay.
Alright, write your poem.
Well, wait. I thought I was going to say...
No, we wrote our poem before saving last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo!
There's a lot of pepper in this.
That's kind of been boiled down. I'm supposed to be reading this. Melancholy.
Oh my god.
Whatever the freak this is. Incongruent. Disoriented. Determination. Vivid. Disarray. Secretive. Hopeless. Fickle.
More horse shit.
More random symbols. Horror. Unrequited. Tragedy. Disown. Massacre.
Alright, well, how about we save? And I'm in favor of taking a short break.
Alright, yeah. So, guys, we'll see you guys next time. Don't be freaky like this. Don't glitch out in the real world. Yeah, it's been real, it's been fun. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you're just as freaked out as I am, hit the like button and put it in the comments.
Yeah!
Hey,
and, you know, it could be fun for everyone to put, just write a poem and put it in the comments, and we'll write a poem and put it in the comments. See how, like, weird we can get with this.
I suppose.
Yeah! Alright. We'll
Bye,
see you guys.
Bye-bye! Love you, bye.